So, greetings to all. Good morning. So, our topic that we choose today is the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. And along its members, Kevin Hervela, me, John Paul Cortez, Kim Jerson Paslon, and Herbert Diamante. So, before I start the introduction, so let me give you some advanced information about this topic. So, this Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, who established the country as a democratic and republican state, where the sovereignty resides in the people, and familiarize its structure including the Preamble and the 18th article. And now I start the introduction. So, introduction of the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. So, history is highly needed in civilized society, particularly in democracy. This unit specifies as the RA 6657 and the 1987 Constitution to illustrate the embodiment application of the democratic law derives from. So this RA number 6657 and are also known as the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law was enacted from 1988 to promote social justice and industrialization in the Philippines, and it aims to redistribute agricultural land to landless farmers and farmer workers to provide mechanism for its implementation. And it is crucial to the Philippines in history as its aim to address land inequality, agricultural productivity, and the socio-economic landscape of the country. And now we hear about the purpose of this law. It is to redistribute the land equality to those farmers. And now, let's talk about the 1987 Philippines Constitution Preamble. So, I just read the Preamble. So we, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God, in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideas and aspiration, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy, ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and regain of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace. Do or gain and promulgate this Constitution. So this serves as the introduction of the fundamental principles and values that guide the Constitution. So that's the main purpose of the preamble to this Constitution of the Philippines. Thank you. And now we're done the introduction and the preamble. Now let's listen what on or those 18th article means.
Article number 1. The National Territory. The National Territory comprises the Philippine Archipelago with all the islands and water embraced therein, and all the territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty and jurisdiction, consisting of its terrestrial, fluvial, and aerial domains, including its territorial, sea and sea, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and the other submarine areas. The water around, between, and the connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of their breadth and dimensions, form of the international waters of the Philippines. Article number 4. Citizenships. Article 4 defines the citizenship of Filipino. It enumerates two kinds of citizen: natural-born citizen or naturalized citizen. Natural-born citizens are those who are citizens from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect Philippine citizenship. The Philippines follows the jurisdictional system, where citizenship is mainly acquired through a blood relationship with a Filipino citizen. Natural-born citizens form an important part of the political system, as only natural-born Filipinos are eligible to hold the high offices, including all the elected offices, beginning with a representative in the House of Representatives up to the President. Article 5. The suffrage. Article 5 mandates the various age of residents, qualification to vote, and a system of secret ballots and absentee voting. It also mandates a procedure for overseas and disabled and illiterate Filipinos to vote. Article number 6. The Legislative Department. Article 6 provides Article number 6, the Legislative Department. Article 6 provides for a bicameral legislature.
Article 7, the Executive Department. Article 7 provides for a presidential form of government where the executive power is vested on the President. It provides for the qualification, term of office, election, and power of function of the President. It also provides for a Vice President and for the presidential line of succession. Article 8, the Judicial Department. Article 8 bases the judicial power upon the Supreme Court and other lower court as may be established by law by Congress, while the power to appoint justice and judge still reside with the President. The President may only appoint nominees pre-selected by the Judicial and Bar Council, a body composed of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Secretary of Justice, the Chair of the Senate and House Committees on Justice, and presidential representative from the legal position. Article 9, Constitutional Commissions. This Article 9 established three constitutional commissions: the Civil Service Commission, the Commission of Elections, and the Commission on Audit. Article 10, Local Government. This Article 10 pursues for local autonomy and mandates Congress to enact it for the local government, now currently the Local Government Code.
Should ensure the well-being of Filipinos by guaranteeing human rights and freedom, establishing a government system that serves the people, providing for social justice and protection of marginalizing sector, ensure economic development and environmental protection, upholding national security and sovereignty. Importance of Constitution in Philippine history. The Constitution reflects on country struggles for democracy and independence. It protects against abuse of power. It serves as a guiding framework for governance, lawmaking, it upholding the principle of justice, equality, and national development. The Philippine Constitution is the highest law of the country. It defines that structured government, the right of citizen and national policy. Number 1, sovereignty territory. The Philippines is the independent nation with defined land, sea, and airspace. Bill of Rights protects the freedom like speech, religion, and due process. Government structure divided into three. Legislative Congress makes law. Executive Presidents enforce law. Judiciary or Supreme Court interpret the law. And others, local government, province, cities, and barangay have the own power. Election and public accountability. Citizen votes for leaders official can be removed for corruption. Economy and social justice. Support Filipinos business, protect workers, and promote education and human rights.